Oh yeah! 5 o'clock on the dot. Live on the spot. Y'all know what time it is? It's time to break on through. You know the score. I'm going to let some of y'all get in the house and then I'm going to start laying it on you. Hey there, fellers. Steven, Shane, Marvin. I see you there. Come on in. There you are, Derek. You watch me on your big TV? All right, Dina Sods. Nikki. All right. B.A. Sterling. There's Nest T. Goss. All right. How y'all doing, man? Orange Beanie. Boy, the world's done gone to shit further than it has been, isn't it? Even with all the crap going on, man, I appreciate, you guys still tuning in and listening to what I got to say. I don't know. In times like this, it seems kind of unimportant. But, I don't know. Maybe it's just something to distract us all from all that horse shit. And it is horse shit. But I'm a little frazzled because, as is the case with just about everything ANTiSEEN does, there's a gigantic snag about the live broadcast. Don't worry, we're working it out. This is probably going to be a short break on through today because I got to get back to wheeling and dealing, making phone calls and all kind of stuff. But if for some reason this does not go off, every one of you who made donations will get your donations back if it doesn't go off. That being said, if it does go off, man, we appreciate so much all you guys that have contributed. Man, it has taken a load off of us until today. But I'm gonna keep you posted. Don't worry. I mean, if there's any news, good or bad, I'll tell you. For those of you just tuning in, the live broadcast is in the air. We're doing an Altamont. We're having to change locations at the last minute. So, that's how it goes in ANTiSEEN land. But good news, look at all these mailers I got ready with some addresses to go on them. You know what these are for, don't you? ANTiSEEN Jerry A. ANTiSEEN and Jerry A singles. They'll be here probably the beginning of next week. And don't worry, I'll have these addressed, ready to go as soon as I get them. See, I get all that stuff delivered to the place where I work. And on break, I'll stuff all that stuff, just go straight to the post office. Hey, bam! You'll have it in a few days after I get them. Okay, let me think here. When I left y'all last, I think in history, Trip had just joined the band. Am I right? Yep. So we record Honor Among Thieves. No, not Honor Among Thieves. I'm so frazzled. Goddamn, we record to Here to Ruin Your Groove. And so once it comes out, see, like over in Germany, it came out on a label called Loud Sprecher, which is part of a bigger conglomerate called SPV. It had Leonard Skinner, stuff like, groups like that. Motorhead was on there, and Girl School, and bands like that. For a minute, we thought we were going to be touring with Girl School, but that didn't come to be. But so over here in the States, Baloney Shrapnel, our good pal Jeff Skipsky, he put it out on CD. And our buddy Mike Cooper from Philadelphia put it out on LP on Rough Night Records. So we had 3 labels involved in that one release. And so you know, it's time to go tour Europe. And then for the, I don't remember if it was this record. No, it wasn't this record. So the night before we leave, we're up in the attic of my house where we practiced, and we're loading all the bags up, you know, with merch and equipment that we were going to bring, whatever. And you know, we're trying to keep it under a certain weight. I mean, this is pre 9/11. They didn't charge you $300 for, you know, an extra bag and all that horse shit. But man, we're up there, you know, having a good time, just goofing around, loading stuff. And man, Trip picked up these weights, and he did something, man. He did something wrong, and it just pulled something, like, in his, you know, in his groin. And he thought, well, you know, he'd sleep it off, it'd be okay, you know, but it wasn't okay. But so, man, we fly over to Europe, and we're in Amsterdam. And we're staying in some youth center thing, you know. We had a day before we played. We got there, I mean, you know, logically you'd think, well, you want to go out and do stuff, but man, you know, when you do that time change and all, and plus, man, when we tour, the other guys get to go and do stuff. I usually stay where I'm at and try not to talk, because my voice tends to, I tend to get sick catching anything that, you know, going around, and then whenever I get a sinus infection, man, my voice is shot. And I try to just be quiet, drink a lot of hot tea, and sleep as much as I can. Best thing for a voice, sleep. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you on that. So we're sitting in our rooms, you know, me and Trip got a room together, and I don't know who all else was rooming together, but man, Trip's hurting. We had no idea how bad, but man, it was bad. I mean, he was miserable. But he soldiered through. He soldiered through the whole damn tour. We had to take him to the doctor over there in Germany at some point. They couldn't do much for him, man. This is one of them things where you just kind of had to, you know, the best thing for him to do would have been lay down for about 3 weeks, but that wasn't happening. But I got to tell y'all something. Now, Trip probably killed me for telling y'all this, but this was just funny as hell. And it was quite accidental. I did not do this on purpose. But man, I swear by this stuff called Tiger Balm. Y'all know what Tiger Balm is? You know, for any sore muscles and any kind of tear or whatever, man. It's some of the best stuff, man. And there's a white and a red. And the color determines the heat intensity. I forgot which one I had, but man, you know, he's just like, God, man, it's just like, you know, muscle tear or something. I said, hey, man, I got this stuff called Tiger Balm. He's like, what does it do? I said, man, it's good for like tears and sore muscles and stuff like that, but I mean, maybe not there. But man, he took some of that and he coated up real good. We're just laying there, and all of a sudden he jumps out of his bed. He's like, oh my God, oh my God. Man, I hated it. I laughed at him then too. I hated it, but man, it's just like he's jumping around the room. Yeah, he'd probably kill me. But yeah, man, we soldiered on through. I remember playing Munich, some big hangar. I forgot what the club was called, but man, this is back when I had my stint with drinking, and I was going through a divorce and getting ready to jump right back into damn fire again, which would be the biggest mistake of my life. So yeah, I'm drinking. And then we I remember that Munich show in particular. I came out and man, I don't think I sang the first like 8 songs. I think I just walked around going, yeah, yeah, because I don't remember singing a word. But yeah, it makes funny stories, but you know, I'm not proud of that at all. I've told y'all how I feel about that, man. I just you know, because let me tell you about Trip's first show. We was at Club Dog Alley. No, not Club Dog Alley. It was someplace in Spartanburg where we used to play before we started playing Ground Zero. Man, I cannot remember the name of that place to save my life. Club Dog Alley was in Charleston. But this is in Spartanburg. And that night, Joe was the one who went off the rails. And he was drinking pitcher after pitcher of beer, man, just like, you know, he didn't eat nothing. This is Trip's first show. I mean, we get up on stage, man. Joe did not play one song correctly all the way through. Not one. It was terrible. Man, I think we might have played 15 minutes, and I just said, fuck this, band. You know, we cut it. Still got paid, surprisingly. I wouldn't have blamed the guy if he didn't. Yeah, Doggone, Chris. That's exactly what it is. It was called a club called Doggone. And the funny thing is, man, Trip had people coming up to him. You know, Trip was a guitar player and seducer. He's playing bass with us. So people were just like going, oh, man, it wasn't that bad. I mean, man, it was your first time playing bass, you know? So he's like, oh, okay. So you thought that was me. Yeah, it's all funny now. But I don't know, any member that does that is letting down, not only letting down the other band members, but you're letting down the audience. This time it was Joe. In Munich it was me. But man, we stormed on through that tour, and by the end of it, I think Trip was feeling much better. But it was a painful experience, man. And I'm trying to think of where I want to go with this. I told you I'd be more prepared this week, but I missed the boat on that too. Because we're in the midst, Malcolm's down, and we've been practicing for the live set Saturday. I don't know if all you caught that, but the locale has become an issue, and we're hoping to have that squared away by this evening or by early evening tomorrow. So one way or another, we're going to make it happen. And like I told you guys, if it doesn't happen, all you guys that have made contributions will be reimbursed. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now, man. I'm just like, you know, been working toward this for quite some time. At least it wasn't the day of that we found out, so I don't know. The release of Groove in Philly. Oh. Yeah, we played. Thanks, Andy. That is a good story. Okay, we played York, Pennsylvania on the Friday night. You know, full-blown, full-tilt boogie show. You know, not much sleep. Then that afternoon, we go and we play at Tower Records on South Street, Philadelphia. Our friends Kathleen and Jeff Gavin were working there, and they got all that squared away. And man, it was really fun. Cosmo was there. Him and Reverend Axel Future did some kind of spot there, and it was a lot of fun, man. And Andy's got that whole show on video. Is that on YouTube? ANTiSEEN at Tower Records in Philadelphia. I remember it being a pretty fun show. I mean, we weren't full tilt boogie there, but you know. But then it was wrestling. Went to the wrestling show. I don't know if the first band was Bad Luck 13 or not. I may be completely wrong about that, but it was Murder Junkies, Rancid Vat, and us. Wrestling in between, you know, and it's the good stuff. I got to do the Confederate Crusader. I was managing Axel Future, and Cosmo was managing. I forgot who he was managing, but we did a spot. You know, I did the powder in Cosmo's eyes, and you know, it was a lot of fun. I guess that's on video too somewhere. But man, toward the end of the night, it's like it was the people that run that own the building were telling them they needed to be done by a certain time. You know, of course, everything was running way behind. And you know, we've been there all fucking day, all day. From Tower, we went over to the hall where the wrestling show was going to be. So we'd been there all fucking day, man. I hadn't slept hardly any. So now my voice is almost gone. And now they're telling us we may not play. And we said, you know, Cosmo's going, I don't think you guys are going to be able to play. We're like, man, fuck that. We're playing. And the last match was was a barbed wire match. And of course, we brought the barbed wire. And I forgot what wrestlers were in it. But it was good, man. I mean, it was bloody, you know. Those guys were going at it, and we're just like, fuck this, man. We're going to play while that's going on. We went on and we played. So it's us playing, a barbed wire match going on. So everyone's kind of in the middle, on the edges, you know, and they're just kind of going, you know, like this. Us wrestling. And this is a show, man, where I saw Joe. Joe did one of those bits where he jumped off the PA columns again. And man, that ankle of his went, oh boy, it was bad. That thing was swollen up like this, black. And man, I was just like, it was Madman Pondo. It was Madman Pondo and Bull Payne, right? Am I right about that? I didn't know Pondo was there. Okay. But, yeah, long ride home, man. I had no voice at all. I was just like this the whole time. But, yeah, great show. And that was the day of issue, the first day of issue of Here to Ruin Your Groove. And Skipsky issued the CD version in silkscreen 7-inch sleeves, you know, with all the stuff that went in them. It's got the Rebel flag and got all the info on the back, silk screen. I think I have one of those left, but I sold quite a bit of them over the years. It's a very rare collectible. Not very many of them. But man, I told you guys I'm frazzled, you know, and I am. I'm frazzled as hell. I can't keep my mind straight on this. But, how long have I even been on? Anybody got an idea? Have I been on past 20 minutes yet? Somebody need to tell me something. I'll tell you what we'll do then. Let's go ahead with questions. And, man, I will get my shit together, okay? I will get my shit together. This thing's going, I mean, I was so excited about doing this today and, you know, having all this going on. I mean, it's gonna work out, okay? I tend to be a pessimist. Did everybody get their Hell Stomper records that I sent out that you all bought? Everybody get your 7 inches from King. Again, we really appreciate that. What did Martin Deal say right there? Let's see. When was the first time I met Whiskey Rebel? Well, man, we talked on the phone for quite some time, you know, a long time. And I would say Tom was talking about a show we did in Newark at the Pipeline with Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. That was the first time I ever met the Whiskey Rebel in person. He met us in Newark. And, you know, he came to the show and we hung out on the Death Star. And friends ever since. John Hayes. Hey, John Hayes. How are current life events affecting your songwriting? I expect a bunch is going to come out. Like a waterfall. Alright. How about some more questions? No essay stuff. Like, I saw Dina Saws was trying to get me on Pappy and Uncle Goddamn, but that's going to have to be a show all by itself, man. I can't get that out in one, you know. Yeah, I got 22. Oh! Not trying to be like, you know, trying to get all y'all's money or anything, but I got this for sale. An unused Carolina shit kickers photo. Matted, developed, and hand painted by our good friend who, of course, is no longer with us, Chris Radock. A Radock original. Only offered to you people here on Break On Through. So if you're interested in this, look at that thick ass cardboard it's on, man. If any of y'all interested in this, you know, private message me. We'll make a deal. How long have we known Tesco B? Well, man, when I first moved to Charlotte, I did a fanzine called New Breed. You know why it's called New Breed? It was after the Iron Cross song by the exact same name. We are the new breed and we will have our day. You know. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. That DC stuff, the stuff I liked the most was Iron Cross. Iron Cross is my favorite. Minor Threat were great, you know, especially live, you know, they were fantastic. But as far as record, man, I loved Iron Cross. And around that same time was when I got into Negative Approach and the Meatmen, you know. The harder shit was what I wanted, was what I liked, you know. The whiny, I drink milk, all that. I didn't give a fuck about that. But we did that magazine, New Breed, and Tesco, I sent copies of New Breed to Touch and Go, and Tesco was sending us all the Touch and Go stuff, and we were listed in the in one of the fanzines. I don't know if y'all seen the book, the Touch and Go. That's all the Touch and Go issues together. I found, you know, where he did a review of our zine and stuff, and he remembered, you know, Tesco's got a good memory. He didn't zap his brain too bad. But man, we were scheduled both to play Atlanta the same night. Them in one club, us in another. And we're just like, man, why are we going up against the Meatmen? And I think in their camp, they're going, why the hell are we going up against ANTiSEEN? And we were able to get the promoters to talk to each other and merge it. And it made all the sense in the world because it's the same audience, man. I mean, it still wasn't a packed house, but it, you know, at least 75 people didn't have to go see us, and 75 had to go see them. So all 150 came to see us, you know. And, man, we got along great, like, instantly. You know, Tesco and I have, you know, tons of the same interests. And ever since then, we stayed in touch, and we did the tour together. Me and Barry appeared on the last Meatmen album. Tesco was on our Christmas record. And there's even been talk. There's been talk of an ANTiSEEN Tesco project. But I didn't say it. You didn't hear it here. Top secret stuff. All right, lay some more questions on me. If they're up too high, I didn't see them. Ask me now. Ask me something now, son. see Jeff Gavin. Gavin, I was something I needed to tell you the other day. Hopefully I'll think of it before I sign off here, man. I'll just tell you on here. I forgot what the hell it was, though. Something that would have made us both laugh. Let's see. Show must go. Hey, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. The show's going to happen. Even if we got to record it Saturday morning and play it Saturday night. One way or another, we're doing that live show. It's coming off. It's going to happen. It may be delayed a little bit, but we're going to try to do it live, you know. How was touring with I Hate God? Man, I Hate God guys are good as hell to us. We get along great with them. Man, I'm going to tell you something, you know, there's a few groups out there, you know, that are in a better status than us, that have reached back and helped us. Hank 3's been one. I Hate God was another. Zeke was another. And, man, we love touring with those guys. And the audiences really like when we play together, you know. It's two completely different styles. I mean, I think that makes a better show. I mean, I don't know, like, would you want to see a show with St. Vitus, Count Raven, and Black Sabbath? Yeah, pretty good show. But, I mean, seriously, wouldn't you, you know, I like it when the groups play different styles, you know, as long as it's not some kind of damn festival thing. I mean, I guess people, you know, fans like us. I'm a fan, but I don't, those festivals, they're fun to play, man, but, let's see, favorite city in Europe? Favorite city? Man, I always loved Vienna. In Germany, I always loved Munich. I like that southern part of Germany, you know, and but since our last tour of Europe, our favorite German city is Osnabrück, the Bastard Club. When we were getting shut down left and right, Bastard Club says, you know what? ANTiSEEN plays our club. Ain't nobody gonna fuck. Man, let me get some water. Guys in the club, they came up, they're just like, hey man, this is our, you know, they didn't say it like me, but they basically said, this is our town. If ANTiSEEN is playing here, then ANTiSEEN plays here. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you guys. Had the whole club was like our personal bodyguard team. That was good. But I like Europe. Man, I like playing France. I really liked everywhere we played in France. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere I didn't like. I mean, the first time we went over to Poland and all, and I didn't like it at the time, but I mean, now looking back on it, I'm glad I did it when I did it. You asked me, do I want to do it again? Nah, probably not, but glad I got to do it. And hopefully, you know, there'll be more stuff with us, and I Hate God. Hell, there's even been chitter chatter about how, man, maybe it might happen over there. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know nothing. See, y'all got any more? Oh, yeah, here's some. Did we ever play the Outhouse in Kansas City? Man, what are you talking about? Twice! When Here to Ruin Your Groove gets the reissue treatment, one whole side of that 2-record set. It'd probably be side 4, the D side. It's probably going to be a whole side of live ANTiSEEN from the outhouse. The outhouse was a sight to behold. There's a few clubs that are like a sight to behold. Here in Charlotte, the Milestone, man. If you come to Charlotte, you gotta go see that place. That place and the Thirsty Beaver. You gotta go see those places. You won't believe it. Milestone is just like an institution, man. I mean, it's it very well could have been the first alternative music club in the Carolinas, even before the college towns. I don't know, maybe. But the history that that building holds, man, it's just, it's incredible. I tease an upcoming split with Before I Hang with art from Third Eye Vision by Russ. Any more details? Yes! But let me get something straight. I, the unimpeachable president for life, I don't tease. I drop morsels of information. Me and Malcolm Tent are going to be recording our parts for that single tomorrow evening. See, I told you, when we get somebody down here, we like to squeeze as much out of them as we can. We got a photo session with Chris Cook. We're going to record what's left of that single, and we're going to do the ANTiSEEN live on Saturday. There might be an emergency break on through. But just because there's an emergency break on through, don't think it's bad news. It may not be bad news. Everything may be good. What do you think? Yeah, that guy Russ, man, his stuff's incredible, man. I got the apes, destroy. You know, I got a print of the apes as Kiss Destroyer. It's awesome. How about Wino? Man, let me tell you something. I loved St. Vitus for the first time I ever heard them. First time. I got everything they put out. I don't, maybe some of the stuff they put out, I don't have the most one. Did anybody know if that one's good? Wino told me it was good. I mean, he ain't even on it, but he got, you know, an advanced copy of it, was listening to it on the tour. I didn't get to hear none of it then. I like to listen to stuff. I like to get turned on to and listen to stuff in my own way, you know, like people say, listen to my band. I'm not going to hear it. I mean, I'll hear it, and I'll just... But I like to be in my domain, around my stuff, with my cool AC going. I like to listen to it on the stuff I listen to it to. Most people got too much bass in their shit. I don't like that. So see, I like to. I mean, I could have had an opportunity. It ain't like he wouldn't let me hear it. It's just that, you know, on the road, I don't like listening to. I don't like checking out new shit. Man, is that thing making a lot of noise? But man, Wino was cool. See, I was so thrilled. You know, we got to do the tour with I Hate God, because before all we done really is, you know, spot shows with them. Here. Every time they came near, we were opening. But, you know, we got to do 9 shows with them. Man, that means I got to see I Hate God 9 times. I got to see The Obsessed 9 times. And hang out with Wino, you know, get to know him a little bit. Man, he was cool as hell. When we were in Tampa, he just walks up to me and he goes, "Hey man, I want you to have this." And it was a little action figure of Dr. Doom. I don't know why he's carrying it around. He said he just carried it around everywhere I went. He said, "Man, I want you to have it." And I said, I looked at that damn Dr. Doom and I said, "Man, you know what?" I said, "I will keep this for the rest of my life." He says, "I know you will. That's why I gave it to you. Next time I do a break on through in that other room, I'll take the little phone around. I'll show y'all that Dr. Doom, man. I got him right there in one of my glass cases, right in front." Oh yeah. I ain't lying to you. Let's see what else we got. Why couldn't I Hate God play the NOLA Super Show? Man, I have no idea. That was so long ago, I don't know. Michael Brennan Gifford talking about missing old Reb, man. I miss Reb all the time. But every time I do a break on through in here, old Reb is right there with us. Reb's in there. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you where I get that. I got that line. There's only 2 kinds of music. Music you like, music you don't like. Man, it came from the Whiskey Rebel. Man, that made so much sense to me. What kind of music you like? I mean, I like everything. No, you don't like everything. You like a lot of different kinds. But man, there's only 2 kinds. What you like and what you don't like. And I think what you don't like might be because you haven't been properly exposed. So maybe there's 3. Maybe there's music you like, music you don't like, and music you don't know about yet. There you go. 3 kinds. I gave it a 2020 upgrade by adding that 3rd one in there. Yeah, I miss Reb. It was weird being at his house last October without him being there. I miss a lot of people. Let's see what else we got here. Ever play Freiburg, Germany? Man, I don't know. I guess there's a good chance we did. Hey, Mark, what's special about Freiburg? Tell me something. Why would I have played it, and what would I know? Let's see what we got here. So tell us about the master tape. Oh yeah, man, I left that in the other. Oh, wait a minute, man, it's here. But that's not a master tape, Derek. That is a reel-to-reel. That is yet another format that Eat More Possum is released on. Malcolm's goal, I think, is to make Eat More Possum be released on every format that it can be released on. And I thought I brought those in here, but I guess I didn't. Yeah, I got stuff all over the house. My wife will tell you that. Not almighty. But yeah, it's a reel-to-reel tape. And I don't know when or if Malcolm's going to have them available for sale. I imagine he will. Waffle House or Denny's? Yeah, give me Waffle House. Let's see. What was barbecue's favorite town in Germany? Oh, man, I don't know. That sounds like an inside joke I should know the answer to, but I don't right now. Let's see what else we got going on up in here. Can I donate with Cash App? I don't know what Cash App is, Don. You don't have PayPal? Maybe write me privately, and I will. I'll send you a invoice or something, and we can do it that way. There's my wife. Hey, baby. Any new bands I'm into, a few years old, you recommend? Oh. Man, I mean, there's a lot of bands we play with and stuff that I think are good. But like when I'm on the spot like this, I can't remember who they are. I mean, because like around here in the house, man, what we listen to mainly, seriously, is like old R&B music most of the time. Or my wife loves, the 80s new wave stuff. I mean, I like it too. I love that stuff too. And she's usually playing that, or I'm usually playing 60s and 70s soul music. I don't know, man. I'll try to think of some stuff that I've gotten turned on to in the last little while. Give you guys a comprehensive list. Give you some stuff to chew on a little while. Let's see. Any good El Duce story? Us and the mentors that never crossed paths. Can you believe that? We only crossed paths with a 9-pound hammer one time. We never crossed paths with the New Bomb Turks. Or the Accused. Can you believe that? Well, we did form little alliances, with I Hate God, Hank 3, Down, with Phil Anselmo, Zeke, Poison Idea, Meatmen. God, man, tons. Sometimes, and look, I told you that on Break On Through, I'm gonna give y'all some real truths and stuff. Here's a real truth. Sometimes, like in Germany, man, I'm sitting there in a green room, eating little sandwiches with John Brannon. Now, when I first moved to Charlotte, living here in '82, man, and you say, hey, man, one day you're gonna be you're gonna be playing a show, and Negative Approach is gonna open for you, and you and John Brannon are gonna be sitting around eating sandwiches and talking about Alice Cooper. And that stuff does not escape me. I mean, I'm like, this is fucking cool, man. I'm still a fan. Even though I get old and jaded and don't want to hear about this, don't want to hear about that, man, it's just like, every night when I Hate God Obsessed tour, we'd be out there and I look up the stage, man, this fucking wino. How about that? Yeah. And, the people we've met from through social media, and meeting at other places, and they stay in touch with us and that, man. Cherie Curry from the Runaways wishes me and my wife happy birthday. She's been wishing me happy birthday now for the last 5 or 6 years, and every time she does, I'm like, But yeah, to quote Joan Jett, I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. Let's see. When's Michael Bruce stories? Hey. Let me find something to write down. You know what? Michael Bruce story is going to be next Tuesday, because we're into Here to Ruin Your Groove. Actually, Michael Bruce story should have been first. Thank you, Brad. Man, I got something coming. I got something coming for y'all that I wish I had right now in my hand, because this would have been a perfect opportunity to go off on my spiel that I got. I know that's real vague and real cryptic, but don't worry. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about soon. But let's see here. Did I ever check out Dead Moon, Tombstone's record? Man, I didn't go to the record store, but I went to the music store. Wiz Eagle? Right? Man, that's another group of people that I knew when I was standing amongst them, I was standing amongst greatness, in my humble opinion. I had 2 copies of the original album by Fred's band Zipper. Well, Whiskey Rebel told me, he says, man, I was over at Fred's the other day, and he told me they don't even have a copy of Zipper. They don't even have one. He said they like to at least have one of everything, but they don't have that. And I said, well, I'm going to give them one of mine. So I got the address, you know, and I sent it to them. And man, about 4 weeks later, I get a card in the mail from them with a picture of Fred and Tootie holding that copy of Zipper up. You know, man, I was thrilled to death. And you know what? That's another band we never played with. It would have made all the sense in the world to have ANTiSEEN and Dead Moon together, I think. Maybe it's just because I love them so much. But, man, they finally came around with Pierced Arrows. And I met them in Atlanta. And goddamn, y'all, I brought everything I had, which I think at the time I had everything. And I sat down with them at a table. I mean, they knew who I was right when I came up. You know, they said, "Man, you're yeah, I'm the guy in ANTiSEEN." And they were like, "Yep." You know, and they knew who I was just by sight. And every time I saw them after then, they always remembered me. Probably started getting their magic markers out. Like, here's Clayton again. Probably gonna have like 18 fucking records to sign. But you know, they signed everything. Everything. And it was a bunch, man. I brought it all. All my shit is signed by Fred and Tootie. I never got to see him with Andrew. But you know who else did that? Scott Gorham of Thin Lizzy. Me and Tom went to see him. He was playing in a band called 21 Guns. This was between Thin Lizzy and between Black Star Riders. I mean, there's several decades in there, in that gap. But he was playing, his band 21 Guns was opening for Neil Sean of Journey's band. And they were playing clubs, you know. And man, me and Tom sat with Scott Gorham. And I mean, I know we talked for an hour and a half. And it wasn't just like, you know, oh, we praise you, we praise you. I mean, you know, we just started talking like friends and stuff. And man, I had that stack of records, and he did not bat an eye. He signed everything. And you know what? He didn't sign Scott Gorham. Scott Gorham. It was To Jeff, rock and roll, Scott Gorham. You know, To Jeff, rock on, Scott Gorham. To Jeff. my friend, you know, Scott going, every fucking thing I brought. And see, man, I learned something. I learned something from watching these people do shit like that. And because of that very thing, you know how much shit we've put out, man. There are people that come up to us at shows and they got everything. Sometimes they got to bring it in a fucking suitcase. Hey, y'all, look, it's Cactus Jack. Hey, Cactus. You gonna let the people see? Hey, I'm gonna tell you, but my policy's always been, man, I don't give a fuck if they bring one thing or if they bring 200 things. These people bought it, traded it, stole it from one of their friends. They got it in their possession somehow, and it means something enough for them to bring to a show to get us to autograph. I don't care how much shit it is. We're going to stay and we're going to autograph it. ANTiSEEN policy. That's one of my damn rules that don't get vetoed. It don't get overrun. That's one of my damn rules that stay. It sticks. We sign it all. Now, I've seen people, you bring 3 or 4 things. Well, I can only sign 1 or 2. No, motherfucker, you can sign all shit, you know? Because, like, the way I'm thinking is, I bought this, you know? And I've kept it for 40 years because I love it. I love what you do. What you do speaks to me, and it's meant something to me. And all I want is a little bit of proof that, you know, I got to tell you that. Now, I'll never turn nobody down. Now, there have been times we've had to hustle out of a fucking club to go to a airport 2 hours away, shit like that. I mean, in those instances, okay, it's unavoidable. But I'm telling you, I don't care how late it is, whatever, people bring their shit, we sign it. I bring an amazing array of markers. And I know how to pick the right marker for the right record cover to make it look good. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff here. Wonder how come it wasn't moving. Dennis Holland, one of my favorite Pointer Sister songs. Man, I love You Got to Believe Something. Why not believe in me? Remember from Car Wash? Love that song. Man, I remember, oh yeah, by the way, Bonnie Porter died today, or last night or something, but, man, I remember one of their first big hits on the radio in the 70s was, Yes, we can, you know that we can. Man, that song used to drive my mom nuts. Oh, there's that can song. Oh, drove her crazy. I loved it. I used to see them on all the variety shows. Adam, you heard my appearance on Wednesday 13's album. Thanks for checking that out, man. And stories about, man, I could do a whole show on Wednesday 13 and Frankenstein Dracula. You know what, man? Let me write that down. One day I'm going to do a break on through about Wednesday 13. Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell some secrets. What was my first exposure to country music? Man, riding around in cars listening to AM radios in the 60s. And you know what song really sticks in my head more so than any of them? I want to go home. I want to go home. What's that? Electric Frizzell? Is that Electric Frizzell? Saginaw, Michigan? I remember that when it was on the radio. Hell, I remember He Stopped Loving Her Today when it was on the radio. You know, like all things, when it's your parents listening to it, you know, you're just like, oh man, that's for squares. I'm hip, I'm kind of now, kind of wow. You know, if it ain't Alice Cooper making it hit the bricks. But later you get an appreciation, you know, for all that stuff. Especially when you realize how fucking good it is. Love that old country music, man. We've been listening to some at work today. Let's see what else we got here. So Tom Jones just turned 80. Man, I'm going to tell you something. She's a lady. Can you beat that? Can you even beat that? I don't think. Man, I'm telling you something right now. If I could write a song about my wife, I would want it to be that song. Like, since she's heard that song and loves that song, and I tell her it's about her, like, I couldn't write nothing that would even come close to that. Love some Tom Jones. Tom Jones is a man's man. B.A. Sir, Frank Wilson's Do I Love You? Indeed I Do. Phenomenal song. Thanks, man. I like getting turned on to some of that old R&B because, man, there's still a world of it out there that I don't know about. You know, man, that's what I'm gonna do one day. One day I'm gonna get some of my stuff I've got in here that I know is kind of obscure, and I maybe turn y'all on to some good shit, you know. But I won't play it and go, hey, listen to this. Hey, you know. I'll just show you, and you can check it out on your own time. El Ducey claimed to be my father. So Joe Young turned you on to Joy Division and Talking Heads. Man, Joe really loved the Suicide Commandos too. Sorry, getting quiet. I'm trying to read what y'all got here. Man, there's a lot of stuff here. Yeah, Dave, you talk about Fred Cole? Yeah. I think I asked too many questions too, man. When I met Mick Jones from the Clash, man, people I was with go, man, you probably need to cool it out a little bit, you know. What, am I being obnoxious? Man, you're just like, just like, okay. Hey, man, will you take this picture with me? Let's see. Well, y'all listen. I know I only got a little bit of history today. I appreciate y'all being patient with me while I'm frazzled. But I took some notes down, man. The next couple that I do, man, I'm going to make them worth your time. I hope you all had a good time today. Once again, I will keep you posted on the live broadcast. One way or another, Saturday night, ANTiSEEN is going to be live right here, somehow. It might be on a time delay, but it's going to happen. One way or another. And as the Unimpeachable President for life. Hope to see you Saturday. And I hope that you join me again when it's time to break on through.